Good morning and once again welcome to my YouTube channel, Pearson and Excel International Maths by Mr. Kamoto. And in this video, I want us to discuss something to do with further factorization. And having explained the basic rules and steps of solving quadratic equations using the factorization method, I would want us to learn how to deal with quadratic equations, and especially given some specific conditions. For example, when a is not equals to 1, the factorization may take longer. And of course, some of these conditions given may confuse you, and especially if you just understand one kind of approach. But it is not a problem to anybody. And for example, if you're talking about 9x squared minus 25 is equals to 0, again we said here there is nothing common, so you just have to have the left hand side and the right hand side of equation. So 9x squared is equals to 25. An attempt to make x the subject of the formula it requires that you divide both sides by 9, and there you are. So at that particular point, you can get the root of both sides. X is the square root of 25 over 9, which is plus or minus 5 over 3. And that is just what you're supposed to do. If you look at part B, you have 3x squared minus 12x is equals to 0. There is so much in common here, like 3x is common, x minus 4. So at the end of the day, 3x can be 0 because these are two numbers being multiplied together and they give you a 0. It is possible that the first number is the one which is 0, and in this case x itself is 0 because 0 divided by 3 remains 0, or x minus 4 is 0, and if this is true, then x is equals to 4. But if you look at part C, which is 12x squared minus 24x minus 96 is equals to 0, you realize that you can divide everything by 12, by 12, by 12, by 12, to have something that looks like x squared minus 2x minus 8 being equals to 0, and even 0 divided by 12 remains 0. And from that particular point, then you can go the BAC way. Clearly, our B is 2, and our B is negative 2, our A is 1, and our C is negative 8. So 1 times negative 8 remains negative 8. And then we go to the two famous questions: which two numbers do I add? They give me a negative 2, and I multiply them, they give me a negative 8. Hint can be seen here that there are two numbers whose difference is 2, and of course the bigger number is the one carrying the negative sign, simply because when you add them up, you'll be left with a negative number. So this is minus 4 plus 2, whereby minus 4 times 2 also should give you a minus 8. And at that particular point, what you need to do is to replace the middle term, and we have it like x squared minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. And of course, when you look at the two terms, two consecutive terms, you realize that x is common there, and within the bracket you have x minus 4, and in the second lot of two terms you realize that plus 2 is common, and in the bracket you have x minus 4. Please be advised, every time you are using factorization method to solve quadratic equation, that this bracket should be identical. this bracket should be repeated here. So at the end of the day, that bracket is written only once, and then the outer terms make a bracket of their own. X plus 2 equals to 0. At that level, of course, we know that this number times this one should give you a 0. X minus 4 is 0. And if this is true, x can be 4, or it is x plus 2, which can this time be 0. And if this is true, x is equals to negative 2. That is just like it. And of course, having said that, then we can look at example 3. That was example 2. That was example 2. That was example 2. We can look at example 3 and see what is it. We are told that this is example 3. Example 3 requesting us to solve x bracket 3x minus 13 is equals to 10. Please be advised that we first of all have to open this bracket. 3x squared minus 13x is equals to 10. And it goes without saying that each and every quadratic equation should be solved when it is equals to 0. So we bring 10 across to give us 3x squared minus 13x minus 10 is equals to 0. In this case, you can already see that a is equals to 3, b is equals to negative 13, and c is equals to negative 10. So the BAC approach is a bit interesting here, because the b is minus 13 and the AC is minus 30. Which two numbers do I multiply? They give us minus 30, and I add, they give us minus 13. One of them is a negative, the other one is a positive. And if we absolute these numbers, or rather if we fail to consider the signs, then there's a difference of 13 between the two numbers. So obviously there's a 15 and a 2. So minus 15 plus 2 minus 15 times 2. And again, as it is always, we substitute these two terms and use them to replace the middle term. We're talking about 3x squared minus 15x plus 2x minus 10 is 0. Within the first two terms, 3x is common. In the bracket, we have x minus 5 plus, within the second two terms, 2 is common. In the bracket, we have x, then negative 10 divided by 2, we have a negative 5. As I told you, this bracket should be repeated here. So if you find your calculation is not giving you a repeated bracket, please note that there's something wrong with your approach. So again, we have the final submission x minus 5 written only once, and then the outer terms make a bracket of their own, 3x plus 2, and this is what is going to be equals to 0. So this bracket can be equals to 0. It could be now, it is 5x minus 5, which is equals to 0. And if this is true, x itself is 5, or it is 3x plus 2, which is equals to 0. And if this is true, then 3x is equals to minus 2, and eventually x is equals to minus 2 over 3. And these are the final solutions of that quadratic equation. So yes, you could be faced by a situation that is not straightforward, but there is no cause for alarm. You just give it a BAC approach, of course, after writing it as a quadratic equation. Where possible, if you can be able to divide by a constant divisor, then you are allowed to do so and make your work easier, so that you work with numbers that are not so big and therefore not at the same time so demanding. Yes, visit my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and let us work together. Be on the lookout for the next example. Thank you.